Hi guys, welcome back to another video. All I'm doing is changing a gearbox, changing a gearbox, taking the gearbox out and putting in a performance clutch, disc and dual mass flywheel and stuff into this thing. I'll give you a run through of what we're going to be pulling out. Quite a big gearbox, 6-speed box, and I'd say it's going to be tight enough with subframe on the back. So let's give you pointers on what's going to be easy or hard. She's a 2004 Skoda Fabia VRS. Young lad likes it and spends a handy few bob on it, but just to show, clutch disc, no difference I'd say in the pressure brake, not at least a whole lot that I'd see. Maybe it is stronger teeth and forks, but the actual clutch disc is probably the most obvious bit that you'll see being upgraded. Dual mass flywheel, don't know. That's the release bearing and bolts and stuff there to go into the thing, but just to show you the clutch disc, okay? I suppose the first thing I'm going to point out is a couple of bolts and stuff sitting around the top of the gearbox and gear cables. Get them off and we'll get underneath. I get the starter out, I get underneath then and I support the box and I'll pull off this engine mount. Easy bit, sure. Wheels, both sides, drives, both sides. Quite simple. And we'll drive on and first point of view is bolts in here in the inner drive. Sometimes hard to get at, not so bad on this, but just a tip which most lads will know, but always get a long bar on your power tool and run them all the way in. Okay, just makes life easier when you're pulling drives out. Okay guys, gearbox is out and not so bad actually to pull out. Quite big, as I said there. What I have done is I have dropped the subframe down out of my way purely because it was going to be too awkward to get it out without it. It's quite easy. There's maybe a bolt above in the chassis leg, one or two at the back, and 4 bolts holding the steering rack on, and it comes off then quite easy. I pull it off, and the roll bar links here and the shocks. What I have seen, or I do see when I pull out my clutch, is looking at that. It's the old clutch that's been removed, but something got snagged in here at some stage and started doing a little bit of banging around. Now it's not in it there now, but I do see like flakes of glitter all the way around, weirdly. Whatever it is that they're causing it, but that's the old one that's coming out. I do see, I'm just looking that all the bolts are in here. The only thing I do see is, you see that? See the dowels here. So you have a bolt, a dowel, a bolt, a bolt, a dowel, a bolt, a bolt, no dowel, and a bolt. So unless that dowel fell out and got rattled around the place. Yeah, just dropped subframe here down out of the way, and it was all quite easy. Big enough lump of a gearbox, but anyway, here, out. Continue on. I'll show you that clutch when it comes out, cross-reference to that clutch, okay? Right guys, clutch. New one going in. Old one coming out, so you can see the difference. Mass weight. Pressure plate. The forks are a whole lot heavier. If you can see them on the actual pressure plate itself, as in cross comparison to these ones, so you can see the difference in the design. So for definite, it is a different manufacturing process. Dual mass flywheel, kind of a flat surface all the way in. Here it's not, so there's a definite difference in that, but him and him are going back in now. That and that are what's coming out. I'm just going to sit that up in the clutch, make sure it fits, and on we go from there. Okay, gearbox will be going back in then. Okay, guys. Gearbox going up, start the motor in, engine mounting, stuck in place, gearbox back into place. Send it up, put a few bolts in it, put up my subframe maybe. Only small up the top, but I was going to stick on my hydraulic hose. Then I look in, it's very small, how to catch someone. Just watch the seal in case it's a generic thing that sacks to. That should wind in and be in there. Okay. Just don't let it catch you guys. 2 bolts in the top, engine mount and fitted. Continue on. Yeah, I reassembled it. And I had drip of brake fluid. And that's where I moved the seal to. And that's where the seal should be. Ooh. That line is actually for the clip to hold into. So I pushed the seal up when I shouldn't have. Right? Just to show you. We all make mistakes. Right guys, we have drive shaft in. I have bottom ball joints stuck together. Gearbox in, give it a little clean down, a bit of brake cleaner there next, and yeah, make sure I have a clutch and bleed clutch and get it back together, okay, or turn the key and see what it does or what it bites like, or is it acting weird or what. Guys, engine running and all back together. The only thing, I suppose, or the only difference that I know from inside in the car, excuse me, jumping in, is the clutch pedal is, dare I say, harder, so it's a heavier pedal. But in saying that, there's no big mad bite on when taking off or anything, so it doesn't, you know, you could take off relatively okay. And my own van, which is a Vito, has a dual mass in it that's starting to fail. It's not really abnormal, I don't know. You know, just a bit harder. But than that, I'd say, look, maybe a good upgrade. So you might be happy with it. I don't know too much about these things. I never fitted one of them before. But in saying that, SF Sport, is it? Upgraded clutch on a Skoda Fabia VRS. Hope it's some bit of good to someone, lads, and please like and subscribe if it is any good, alright? Guys, thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.